everyone, it's me Valerie from Stampin' with Valerie. Welcome to Update Tuesday. Today we are going to be focusing on the InColors. Now I've cut some little note cards with all of the InColors and we're going to make all these cards today. The fun thing is I'm going to show you what I do when I'm making more than one card at a time and I'm using the same design. So it's kind of like a, I kind of do it in, I guess you would call it oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind every time I get on this darn camera. I can never come up with the words I'm trying to say. Kind of an assembly line type deal. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to fold each one of our note cards. And now this one is Misty Moonlight. Let me grab my bone folder. This is Misty Moonlight. This is Magenta Madness. The next one is Bumblebee. This is one of my new favorites. I love this color. I love Bumblebee. Cinnamon Cider. Every time I say that, I want a cup of hot cider with some cinnamon in it. And Just Jade, another one of my favorites. All right, I'm going to try to get my video to pull up here so I can make sure you're seeing what I need you to see. Sometimes it pulls right up in my feed, and then other times it just does not. So let me go to my page and see if it will pop up there. And then I can make sure you are getting the view of everything I want to see. Now we are also going to be using some of the new designer series paper that comes in the InColor. So when you see the designer series paper in the InColor, it will match perfectly with your cardstock, which is one fantastic thing about Stampin' Up! Is everything works together, which is great. So let me see, we've got 2 pieces of Just Jade. Now these started out as one piece and we're going to be flipping so you have opposites with them. We have 2 pieces of the fantastic Cinnamon Cider, 2 pieces for Bumblebee, 2 for Magenta Madness, and 2 for Misty Moonlight. Now I will tell you, it really did not take me that long to get all of this. I'm trying to pull this up so I can share it with my group, and it just, I don't know what the deal is lately, but there we go. Got it. Now I can share with my group. And there we go. Perfect. I'm going to share it with another group and be done. Yay. Now it's on there. Now I can see what you're seeing. So make sure you say hi. Kelly and Ingrid, how are you? Roger, I don't even know exactly what Christmas cards you want yet, so no, I don't have them done. You're gonna have to get with me on exactly what you want, and then we'll go from there. And I will definitely make an extra special one that you can send to me. It'll be perfect. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip over my papers to the design that I want on the front, and I think I'm going to go with that wood grain on the bottom of all these wood grain ones. And then the words on the top, and they're kind of sideways, and that's okay, it doesn't matter. And then I really love the polka dot. So I'm going to do polka dot on the bottom, and then that little textured paint swash for the top. And so now that I've got them all laid out like this, all I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere them, get everything adhered. And this is, like I said, this is kind of how I do it if I'm doing an assembly line type trying to make a bunch. Now this is the new Stampin' Seal. Notice there's no noise. It's not squeaking when I roll it across my paper. It's perfect. I love it. I love that it's not squeaky, because sometimes that would be annoying to me, is when my adhesive would be squeaky. So just adhere them all down. Now this, I have found this new Stampin' Seal. I really like it. You don't have to do anything special with it. Once you get it started, you can just, it easily rolls every time. So far, every time I've used it, it has easily rolled. It has easily kept everything stuck. I used it for the first time this weekend because I did my order and had my stuff expedited so I could have it for a Stampin' Retreat this weekend. That was super fun. My friend Lisa Marie does a Stampin' Retreat every, she does it in the fall, and in the spring, but our spring one had got obviously delayed because of COVID, so we just had it this weekend. And we did social distancing, and I wore a mask the whole time I was there, but it was fun because we all got to get together and craft and played games. They got prizes. So if you're interested in that, private message me. The one in the fall is going to be in November. It's November 13th and 14th. We're planning on a lot of holiday stuff. I help her plan and help her with the games and passing out prizes and that kind of thing. So just let me know. All right, so I don't know. Let me know while you're watching this, what is your favorite new InColor? For me, I think it's a toss-up between Bumblebee and Just Jade. I love both of them a lot. And I think the reason I love Just Jade so much is because it goes with that Forever Greenery suite. Just Jade is one of those colors. Like, I totally did that one crooked, but that's okay. We're still leaving it. We're going with it. It's okay. It's a handmade card, right? Sometimes things are not perfect. And I'm noticing even though when I looked through my camera, it looked like it had everything on the screen, I'm glad I'm able to pull it up this time. I might have to start raising my camera just a little bit. Ingrid loves Misty Moonlight because she's a blue person. Yes. And see, and I think that's why I like the Just Jade, is because I'm green. Like, I love greens. All right, no. What did I do? I hit it with my thumb and it kind of got stuck. All right, there we go. It was stuck on my thumb and then it wouldn't roll. Perfect. Yes, and I love the Misty. I mean, I really do love them all, but like I said, my fave is definitely these two, Bumblebee and Just Jade. And like, it's hard to pick a favorite especially when all the new stuff comes out. That has been the hardest thing, is for me trying to figure out what to buy to show to everyone, because, you know, if I could, I'd buy the whole catalog at once, but I can't do that. So trying to make sure I have lots of fun new things for you to see. Is always the most difficult, because I want to, you know, I don't want to pick just things that I love. I want, because we don't always have the same taste. All right, so there we go. We've got 5 cards started. The next thing we're going to do is grab our ribbon. Now, this is all the InColor ribbon, and it is a polyester ribbon, but it's this fantastic weave. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. So we're going to use some of that. But before I do that, I think I'm going to need to punch out my labels. We're going to use the Label Me Lovely punch. And I'm just going to use some Whisper White. I think I took all my scraps with me this weekend and used up a bunch of those. So we're just going to use this big hunk. We're going to punch 5 of these. And the reason I'm punching these first is because the way the ribbon is layered under the punched piece, I want to make sure I cut my ribbon long enough and not too short. And 5. Now, I'm going to show you, because Stampin' Up, the picture they shared with us this morning, the sentiment that they used came from the Massive Thanks stamp set, which is on page 78. I love that I'm able to show you the catalog now. And they use this sentiment right here: "You're one of the good ones." Well, of course, this is not one that I ordered, so I don't have this one. So we are going to use from the Whale Done stamp set. This is a fantastic set. We're going to use "You're kind of a big deal," because I thought that was kind of fitting, kind of similar. You're one of the good ones. You're kind of a big deal. Like, you're important to me. So I want to let you know that. I'm pulling ribbon all over the place here. All right, so just set out all of your little things. Now we're going to be punching these in different colors. A lot of times if I'm doing a group of cards, I'm using all the same ink color, so this will be just a little bit different. We'll start with the Cinnamon Cider one. Ink it up. Actually, I'm going to turn them this way. I like it this way better. ink it up, clean it, and then we'll have to grab the next color. And that'll be this will be what takes the longest, I think, is just that we have to clean it and get the next ink color. Just Jade. We'll put each tag just with the card, just so they're moved over and out of the way. Look at how pretty that Just Jade is. Love it. I didn't get it quite inked on the corner, didn't press down hard enough on the corner. I should have put my little mat underneath this just for a little bit of cushion. But usually with just words you don't need it. It was just, I think that was just user error. I just didn't press hard enough. And Misty Moonlight, Magenta Madness. You can see I've been using them this weekend already because I couldn't resist. They're so cute. I love how bright when you stamp with the Magenta Madness, how bright it looks. It reminds me, it really reminds, when I age myself, reminds me of being a teenager in the 80s. That color, I'm pretty sure I had a couple of things that were that color. I know I had this sweatshirt, and it was like a really long sweatshirt, so you wore it over like stretchy pants. But it was that color. Like, who has a sweatshirt that color? Teenagers in the 80s, those are the ones who have those kind of sweatshirts, just so you know. All right, so we'll start with our cinnamon cider card. We'll grab the cinnamon cider ribbon out of our massive pile of mess here that I've got it all tangled now. And what I want to do with the ribbon is I want to kind of make an S or a Z with it and just make sure. Thank you, Ingrid. I agree. The 80s were the best. We had so much fun, didn't we, in the 80s? I don't care what anybody says. We had a great time. All right, go ahead and just cut that ribbon. And you can leave it straight. You can do an angle on it. I'm going to angle it on each end. And what I like to do is just make a little line of adhesive. Then your ribbon will stick to that when you're rolling it back, you know, moving it back and forth over your paper. And now you can have it come off the edge a little bit because these are going to fit into our regular size envelopes. These are a little bit smaller. These are just note cards. These are 3.5 by 5. So you don't have to worry about things not fitting if they're hanging over the edge. Let me grab some dimensionals. Hi Sherry, how are you? Put 4 on there, 1 on each side. And so what I'm doing with these cards is anyone who comments on my video, either here or on YouTube, so if you've already commented, you will be entered into a drawing, and I'm going to mail you all 5 of these cards. So you'll have these cards to give to someone. All right, cinnamon cider's done. Let's go with Just Jade. We're going to do that same process. Just going to make sure I have enough ribbon. Trim the ends. And I'm going to put a little, you know, announcement that anyone else who watches it here or on YouTube and comments, they'll be entered in the drawing too. And I'm going to draw on Friday around noon. I'm going to try to do it live, or that's my plan anyway, is to do the drawing live so everyone can see who wins and see if they are the winner. All right, get these on there. So, because I was thinking I haven't given anything away in a while, and this is something fun. My little dimensional is coming off the end there. Just had to trim it. So I thought, why not give away these cards? It's a perfect little set of cards, and I'll send you the envelopes too, so you'll have envelopes. I'm going to put Whisper White on the inside of all of them, so you'll be able to write your own messages in there. I'm loving how these are turning out. I think they're so cute. And I kind of like that I'm doing them all with that same sentiment. So if you have nieces and nephews or kids of your own, you know, you can give them each a card and it'll say the same thing on the outside, but you can put your own sentiment on the inside, make it a little bit different. I did it again. I stuck my finger on it, and then when I went to pick it up and ended up with it not rolling. So beware, if you get your finger stuck on it, it'll take that adhesive off the end and then it doesn't want to roll. All right, and now that adhesive that was on my finger is sticking to everything else. So have any of you done anything fun this week? I know we're still doing the stay at home as much as possible, which I am. My husband is home right now, so we've done a couple of small things. And of course, it's been really rainy. We had a tropical storm roll through. And then today, I feel like it rained more today than it did during the tropical storm. Like, it poured out there today. No thunder and lightning. It wasn't like a thunderstorm or anything, but it was just a lot of rain. I have all these little corners from the ribbon here. And you know, it would have been easier if I would have taken maybe the first piece and just measured the ribbon, but you know me, I'm not gonna measure unless I really have to. I'm just gonna wing it and go through this same step each time. Now, if I was making 20 of these, I would just quickly cut all the ribbon at the same time, you know, measure it and cut it, but we're just doing 5. This is easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We got this. Let me see, Ingrid likes how the cards, yes, with the wood grain you can do for a man or a boy. I struggle with that too, Ingrid, trying to find designer series papers and, you know, printed papers and things to make die cards with. So these, and even the colors, any of these colors, I mean, you could use the Magenta Madness too. It's got that wood grain. It's, you know, depends on the person you're giving it to, whether they like that color or not. For a guy, some guys would be okay with it. Like my son would be like, whatever, mom, thanks. You made me a card. You know, that's, he might say, why'd you make it pink? But okay. Be like, because that's what I had, son. That's the paper I had. That's what you're getting. And he'd be thankful for it. So at least I think he would. Maybe I'm just bragging up my kid that he's not super picky. All right. There we go. And of course, I wouldn't use just this adhesive just to hold the ribbon down, because this is just a regular Stamp & Seal. But if you wanted to just hold ribbon down, I would use the new It's Stamp & Seal Plus. It's a stronger adhesive. And now, I know a lot of people loved our other adhesive, and I did too. I was surprised when Stampin' Up! Was changing it, but I will tell you, I really like this adhesive a lot better. And I'm not just saying that, I am being 100% serious. I love it much better. I feel like it does hold better, especially here in the Florida humidity. I've noticed, even though I've just made projects this weekend, I had made a card a couple of weeks ago. And although the card didn't come apart with the snail adhesive, I had to fix something on it. So I have like a little spatula that's for Cricut. And I went to just peel off the layer of designer series paper, and it came off way too easy. And I was like, with our humidity here, I literally have that adhesive everywhere on that yellow card for some reason. With that adhesive and the humidity, it just wasn't quite holding. But I've noticed with as much humidity as we've had this weekend, this stuff isn't coming off. It's not even considering it, so to speak. All right, so I'm going to use some of the InColor enamel dots to decorate the cards with. And you can use as many or as few as you want. I'm just probably going to put 3 on each one. And I'm going to use, obviously, the exact same color that each card is. And I'll put the Whisper White on the inside in just a minute. We'll get all of them completely finished. and they will look super cute. Look at that one. I really like that. I love how that one turned out, actually. We've got the Just Jade here. And like I said, they're all going to be pretty much the same. That Just Jade one, that one is really shiny looking. I don't know if I took the Just Jade came off because I feel like it's stuck to my finger somewhere, but I don't know. So that one might look just a little bit different. We'll throw some on the Magenta Madness, and then we'll do the Misty Moonlight one. Yep, that's what happened. Look, that one just came apart on me, and that was my own fault. I kind of pulled it. There we go. Misty Moonlight. How and what am I not? I think I'm getting between my, I need to like tip my, there we go, kind of flip it up. I kind of got in between the color, you know, the little piece that's colored on here and the enamel dot. And that's why, that's what happened with this one. So this one's not even stuck. Let's take that off. And we'll throw a new one on there. So now that we know what everyone's, well, some people shared what their favorite InColor is, and you don't have to share if you don't want to, that's okay. What is your favorite item in the catalog? Even if you haven't ordered it, even if you don't have it yet, what do you think is the one thing that you really, really would love to get and use and make something with? I played this weekend with the Whale Done stamp set. I, obviously, like I said, I did stuff with these InColors. I did, what other stamp set did I use this weekend? Now I've got to look at all my stamp sets and see which ones I've used. Like I said, Whale Done, which was super cute, and the whale punch that goes with it. Oh my gosh. I punched just some designer series paper with that little whale. So cute. And I layered it onto a card. So I have like, I don't have the card in front of me. It's going to be for one of my classes. So I don't want to give it away too much, but it turned out really super cute. So just so you know, even if you don't get the stamp set, get the whale punch, because you can punch little whales and they are just adorable. And the Whale Done designer series paper is absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna have to do a video just showing all the papers close up, because when you see them in the catalog, it's not, why do I keep sticking it to my finger and then it doesn't want to roll. Again, user error, everyone. Nothing wrong with the Stampin' Seal, it's just Valerie. All right, one more and then we will have all of these cards done for today. And I can let you get back to your lives and doing what you're doing, and maybe you can do some creating. Let me see, Ingrid, Forever Greenery Suite, and the sunflowers. Yes, those are all my faves too. Those are what I played with. I'm glad you mentioned that, because I played with the sunflower dies this weekend. I made a couple cards with those, really pretty. I used some of the Tasteful Textures designer series paper. I think that's what it's called. It's the one that has all the wood grains and the textile photo, you know, prints. So there they are. There's all 5 cards that we made today. I don't even know how long this video has been. Let me see it. I can't see it on my phone to tell me how many minutes it's been. I'll know when I'm done. Let me look. About 25 minutes. I made all 5 of those in 25 minutes. And it probably took me 10 minutes to cut the cardstock and the designer series paper before the video started, because we did everything else during the video. So I hope you enjoyed today's Update Tuesday. I hope you go ahead and make some of these cards for yourself, and make sure you comment so you can be put into a drawing to win these cards. I am going to draw Friday at noon. That is my plan, hopefully live. That's how it's going to be, as long as I'm not out and about doing something, but I shouldn't be. I should be home Friday. I should be home most days anyway. I think the only day I have to go somewhere is tomorrow. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm sorry for rambling on. I hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday evening, and I will see you tomorrow for One Card Wonder Wednesday. Bye.